Alright, so welcome back, chat. I think I will drive this very long job in this video. Hopefully it will bring me some money and finally I can afford my own truck. Hope you enjoy the video. Yeah, let's get into this. Okay. I guess everything works. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, let's switch to automatic. Oh wait, I have to align my pedals. I guess. It's fine. Alright. Just my armrest, and I think we are good. Okay, wait, let me check this steering wheel. Okay. Yes. Okay, I think we can start rolling. So I accepted this job in the previous video because it's long, so I can give me the details. So yes, 33 euros per kilometer. I guess it's going to be fine. I mean, I'm not a high level player right now, so I guess it's more than excellent, I guess. Except the track that it's not that strong, so, and it's just a XG, so sorry, it's just an XD with 450 horsepower. Okay, it's going to be a long journey, I guess, so yeah, let's buckle up. Fasten your seatbelts. Okay, let's not crash, especially because we are so let's not crash because it's a flammable material. We are transporting kerosene, so yeah. Ooh. Right, sounds are cool. Oh, okay. Okay, so sorry for not making video last week. As I said on my Discord server, I was on holiday, so
Nothing.
I saw several cities like Krakow and Katowice and Warsaw. It's just kind of strange that you go to Krakow and any other city you go is just, I don't know, very different. So I feel like Krakow is an exceptional city in Poland because all the transportation is just very high end. Like there are only electric buses and all. And then you go to Katowice or Warsaw, for example, and then you just have a bit worse transportation. I mean, I'm not saying that public transportation in those cities are bad, but yeah, Krakow is exceptionally good at that, so yeah. Oh, and by the way, I managed to catch the only Ivag Evelo, I guess we pronounce it like that. So I managed to find the unique tram in Krakow. It's unique because only one exists. Because I don't know, Nevog decided not producing more trams. Only one. Alright, I think we are good with the fuel. Probably I can I can refuel only at next mandatory stop. Oh yes, and by the way, they updated the game, so now you can see how many times you have left, and you can play with the tiredness simulation. So, you know, you can rest a bit while you have to arrive at a certain destination. So yeah, it's a nice touch. So finally you can adjust your sleeping schedule. It still feels like it's not complete because all the time you have to sleep 11 hours, but to be honest, it would be very cool if we had a proper sleep and drive management system, like when you have to, you know, calculate the hours, like how much hours you can drive and how much hours you can sleep, because it's not always 11 hours. Sometimes you can take a 9 hours break. So yeah, but it's better than nothing, because when you are in a important, so when you are transporting an important cargo, usually you have to, you know, overdrive, like you have to drive over your limit in time, not to get delayed. But sometimes it would be very cool if you could just sleep, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 hours, you know, not to fall asleep behind the wheel, and then maybe your driving time is over, but at least you didn't delay and you didn't crash the truck. So yeah, but now we have it, so it's a nice feature. It's just, I think it should, you know, get more realism. So yeah, I mean, there are so many things we could improve or STS could improve in Euro Truck Simulator. For example, the physics, because you have to use several physics mods for Euro Truck, and then probably you can get a proper experience. How does it feel like, you know, sitting in a cab, like with the real suspension mods and all. At least they are improving the materials, so you will have more realistic cabs, more realistic lighting, I guess. Like, it's not going to be that dark in the trucks, because right now it feels very dark in some trucks, especially the Scanias, and it felt the same in the MAN, but they updated it, so I guess it's coming to the next update, I guess, like for all the trucks, because right now we only have it on the MAN, probably the Volvo if I remember correctly, but I'm not sure. Also, it's funny how they announced that you will have an estimated time arrival in the GPS, like a new feature, but we used to have that before the UI update for the GPS, so I don't know how did they manage to forget it, but you know what, just be glad that it's here. So yeah, to be honest, recently I feel like the Euro Truck Simulator engine we are using right now, especially in the latest updates, I feel like maybe we should change game engine, or maybe we should, you know, try building a new game, because I feel like we are just tweaking. Why you have to brake like that? So let's not crash, because it's a flammable material. Why the heck you have to brake like that when you are... And you are not even going down from the highway. Okay. Okay, I wasn't ready for that brake check. I guess it shows. I need more power. Thank you, DAF. Anytime I see a DAF, I just remember Dave the Angry Truck Driver on TikTok. See? Why you have to brake like that? Just move out and then brake. Like, what? Oh, hello, Volvo. What's up? Okay, you know what? Let's pay attention to the road before I crash again. Don't tell me that you cannot accelerate with that powerful 700 horsepower Volvo. Like, what? Brother. And I'm using only the cruise control. Back to the ETS2 topic. So recently I feel like we are just very at the edge of this engine. Like, this whole game engine feels like they are trying to tweak it for new features and trying to tweak it, you know, to be more realistic. But I think probably SCS should make another engine and probably, you know, sell another game instead of tweaking. I mean, sure, it's cool that this game is 13 or 14 years old, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. But yeah, still, so I think Euro Truck Simulator 2 made its legacy and for a reason. So it's a very nice game, and yeah, I really like playing that, but I feel like probably a new engine would solve so many issues we have in Euro Truck Simulator. Like, you know, this mod priority thing when you are trying to use pro mods, like right now, and, you know, having issues with incompatible mods when a small tiny update arrives and you can see that some of your workshop mods doesn't work anymore till the next update, or probably your whole pro mods and other map mods just gone because the game got a major update and nothing has changed except a new DLC got released, and somehow you still cannot use the pro mods because it's just not compatible with it. So yeah. Shut up. I pressed the wrong button. What the heck is wrong? What? Okay, something is not. Ah, thank you. Finally. Okay, continue. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the touch trailer instead of the enter button. Carrefour. Oh, by the way, yeah, Carrefour. I remember when I saw Carrefour for the first time, I was like, wait, isn't that the car from Euro Truck? And my friends were like, yes, it is. And I was like, what? Does it exist? And turns out, yes, some explanation we don't have care for in our country, so. And I had never heard of them until I was in Poland 1.5 years ago. So yeah, it was very nice and very strange feeling that you managed to recognize the proper and real version of the companies you have in Euro Truck Simulator by default, like without any kind of real company logo mod or something like that. But yeah, cool. Now you can see what I am transporting. There is no good place to put your VTuber model when playing simulation games, because you have so many things in every corner. And I was like, okay, probably I will put my model in the center, but it's just, I don't know. I didn't feel like it's a good place to put your model, so I was like, okay, probably I will, you know, kinda hide the GPS and all, so like the cargo widget. At least you can see the damages. Okay, so back to the topic, and probably I won't be disturbed again. Anyway, so interrupted. So I think maybe SCS should make a new product with a new game engine, and you know, seeing how many mods we have, you know, that gives certain countries, like for example pro mods with Middle East and with the Great Steppe. Probably there should be, I don't know, maybe the Euro-Asian Truck Simulator or something like that. Like you don't have to you know, download a huge ton of mods to finally escape Europe. Like it's very cool that the game's name is Euro Truck Simulator 2, but sometimes you can get bored when it's only Europe, and when you have these great mods like the Great Steppe and Middle East, it feels just nice to, you know, see other kind of scenery, like buildings, cities, and other kind of assets. The reason why I like to go to these countries, especially the Great Steppe, is because you have a different vibe when you are there. So it's not just, you know, highways like right now, and you have other types of buildings, and the cities feels way different than in any other European country, even with pro mods. So, and it pays very well. So, except the long road, I mean, usually it's only worth to accept a job between these countries and Europe, because when you accept a job only in those countries like Kazakhstan or Azerbaijan, then I guess it doesn't pay well, because the gas prices are very low. So the best way to, you know, grind, I think, is accepting jobs between a European country and a Middle East country or a Great Steppe country, because it pays well and it gives you a huge amount of money, so yeah. But last week the SCS released a video about the coach DLC, and honestly I'm kinda disappointed in it, because I was expecting something similar to Fernbus Simulator. You know, you have to check everyone's tickets and you know, open the baggage doors. And of course then close them. But instead of that, we just got a bus driver mod in Euro Truck Simulator 2 for money. I mean, there were no animation. The passengers just hopped in like in bus driver, and you just have to stop at a certain point in a certain position. So, and that's it. So I will give it a try, maybe in the long run. But I think that's clearly something that should have been made as a separate game and with proper engine, like you know, having animations for passengers, things like these. Yeah. You. Woo! They are building the highway. I don't know if it's a random event or a permanent one, because in Pro modes you can see several permanent constructions, but sometimes you have random ones. So yeah, right, go to the right. Ooh, that blind zone camera feels very strange in the top right corner. Okay. Oh, it's time to take mandatory break. You should find a work exit. Yes, I already done that. I just want to reach my destination, I guess. It's nice that you have these notifications, so you can get a reminder, but it feels like you get these notifications too often when it's less than 2 hours for the mandatory break stuff. So you know what? It's funny to refuel your truck at a different petrol station. But I mean, what can I do? What? What? Okay, wait. I mean, why the heck you can't sleep like... Okay, what? Wait, this is not right. Like, why I can only sleep at Okay, you know what? Guess then I will just sleep here. Ooh, okay, 9 hours. Right. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I remembered wrong. Like, it's only 9 hours. Okay, never mind. It's not 11. What? How am I supposed to see the lights like that? Okay, thank you. Also, the other thing I wanted to talk about is that just let me know if you have any idea, to improve my videos. Because, I don't want to, produce low quality thing, but at the same time, it's just usually when I edit my videos, I the only thing I can tell is that maybe I should improve something, and I don't know how. Like, it's just I don't know, man. Like usually you see, you know, other content creators on YouTube, and then you can tell that, damn, that was a cool video, and then you just see yours and they are just absolutely garbage. Like, okay, I wouldn't say it's garbage, but I still feel like I can and I should improve something in these videos. It's just I don't know what's that. Like probably some background music. I don't know. I can't find good background music for these Euro Truck Simulator videos. When I try to search for it. Okay. So yeah, it's just not not something I can tell what should I improve. Like maybe I should, insert more goofy sound effects or something like that when something happens. Just I don't know. Okay, why does the camera looks like it's looking way away from the truck? Like what? Hmm. What? Oh, okay. Right, don't you dare give me another fine, or I will reverse into you. Also, is it just me, or I don't know, weather radars being messed up recently? Because right now I can see on my Windows notification. Okay, thank you, Steam achievements. Anyway, so is it just me or weather radars recently been strange? Because right now I can see that I have a yellow warning for storm, but at the same time I see no clouds. Yeah, I see no clouds on the sky, and it is like that for over a month, and I don't know what's wrong with the weather radars here, but I see a constant yellow or red warning for thunderstorm and for storm, but at the same time there is no clouds on the sky and it's dry, so there hasn't been any rain for like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know what's wrong with European metadata, but damn, those things shakes my wheel very hard. Like I can feel it's just trying to tear out this steering wheel out from my hand. Ugh. Boy. What's these? And why it has to be like that? Dude. Oi. Ah. Speed bumps. I guess it really wakes you up. Ugh. UPS delivery guy. Eli. Fast as hell. And that's true for real life. Like, I remember when I sent out my Moza truck wheel for repair back to the manufacturer, or at least back to the repair facility. It was UPS. And I remember the delivery guy just called me like, hey, I will be there in around 10 or 15 minutes. And I was like, yeah, sure, dude. I'm waiting for you. When, you know, it was about bringing back my steering wheel. And it was just barely 5 minutes. Also, it was being said that I will get my wheel another day, like later. And then suddenly the delivery guy just, you know, phoned me if I just called me if I am home. And then I was like, yeah, why? And he was like, yeah, I'm bringing your package like in 10 or 15 minutes. And I was like, okay. And then I checked the UPS site and it was supposed to arrive the next day in the evening. So yeah. And I guess now you can understand why I said that I like to, you know, travel or like, you know, take jobs through these countries. Like the whole scenery is different. The trees, the hills, the scenery objects, and the whole look of the game is just different now. You know, it feels more lively, I guess. Like, you know, it's not just an average flat or blocks of flat in the middle of the main street that looks exactly same like in the previous two cities. You have some other type of buildings here. So yeah, that's why I like to take jobs through these countries. It feels like it's more detailed. So yeah. Like, yeah, so you can see the cows on the road and all. You know, it just feels better. Like, you can't explain particularly why, but probably that's because maybe I played too much Euro Truck Simulator, like the deep Euro Truck Simulator. So like, you know, driving only in European countries. And then suddenly I tasted pro mods and other map mods I used to play. Right now I don't, because I usually play with my friends and it doesn't fit into the 100 mod limit with the convoy mode. So I only play with pro mods. But still, just it's just simply good. And that's the same with the new DLCs, like the Greek one and the Balkan DLC is just, I feel like the Greece was kind of a crash grab. Sorry, cash grab, because it could be really part of the Balkan DLC, especially because I feel like there is very tiny difference between the pro mods we used to have and the DLC itself. Like, I remember when we installed the pro mods, you know, you can see the discovery on the map. And I remember that the whole discovery line was sliced into, you know, into different parts. And then we just took a look at the Balkan and Greek country, at the Balkanian countries, and then there was literally no difference. So I assume that these DLCs are being pulled out from pro mods and then got resold as pro mods. I took a huge break from Euro Truck Simulator 2 until I got my Moza truck wheel, but the evidence of the DLC is just the pro mods being sold for money, is that I could remember the, I don't know, probably you would say the vibe of the villages. And when I drove in Serbia and in Bosnia, I could remember the roads I used to drive in pro mods. Just took a look. Hey, behave. I just take a look at the OBS and I had to realize that I'm driving for more than 2 hours. No, almost 2 hours, sorry. Damn. That's a long road, isn't it? Oj. I always forget that I don't have priority. Anyway, this shield will just that's me. Thank you, my friend. These roundabouts are very strange. Ooh. Okay. Oops. Oh, yeah, so that's the other thing I like, why I like, going to countries like these. Because it's just nice to see some new things you usually don't see on an average European country. Oh, Jesus Christ, I got a heart attack. Alright, that scared me. Sometimes it's just very strange that in some places the AI is very smart and even knows that maybe changing lane can benefit for both of you, like, connecting to the highway, like, so when you are just going up to the highway, the cars sometimes change lanes, to help you kinda get on the highway, so you can enter the average lane. And then it just goes back to the right. So it's not overtaking you technically, but still changing lanes, especially to the left. Except when you are in the United Kingdom, but yeah, so it's just, nice to see that sometimes you have smart AI, but in some countries and in some places, it's just, it drives in a way you cannot explain, like making some stupid things and just brake check you and switch lanes like an idiot, especially in front of you. So that's why I like the Euro Truck Simulator's AI sometimes, but sometimes it's just making things you cannot explain why it's doing that. So, oh, thank you. Aha. See? AI is being smart here right now, like letting you out from the roundabout even if you don't have the priority. Yeah, back to the Euro Truck Sim 2 topic. So I think if SCS makes another game as a truck simulator, probably there could be so many other features, like, just take the packages inside the trailer yourself, or see the loading preparation and the whole loading process for the trailer, especially if you are using your own one. So I think that would just give more realism for the game. Jesus Christ, I'm saying are very hard. So yeah, average Eastern European accent. Anyway, so I think my guess for a better game than the Euro Truck Simulator 2 would be probably a Euro Truck Simulator 3, or I don't know, maybe a Euro Asian Truck Simulator with more countries and bigger area, but at the same time, you know, giving you more realism with eating and drinking. So probably you can have these tables on the dashboard, especially with the Scania and Volvo trucks. So you could just use them as a quick inventory for a quick snack or a quick drink. Like you have a cup holder there. So you could just eat and drink, you know, to have more realism for the game. Also, I think time flies too fast in the game. Maybe I wouldn't say, so I don't say it should be one-to-one like in real life with the time, but I think it should be just, you know, twice as fast as in real life, or maybe 4 times. But it feels like it's just faster by around, I don't know, 10 or around 20 times than the real time. So you should be able to drive more and have the mandatory break after the 4.5 hours, because in real life, if I remember correctly, after you drove 4.5 hours, then you should take at least, okay, maybe I'm wrong with this, but around 15 or 30 minutes, so you can eat, sleep, and maybe shop some food and drink for yourself into the truck. I mean, we have so many detailed models in the truck, like the bed, the racks, the table, the other bed, and all, that in my opinion we should be able to use that. Like it should have some functions, like not just, okay, I buy the truck, I put some decoration on the tables, and that's all. It's just, you know, some decoration. But I think it should have some it should have some functionality. So those things feels like a missed opportunity in the game. And sure, you can try to tweak the engine and give more, I don't know, bars into the game. That's just, you know, gets smaller and smaller by the time, and you can kind of refill that bar with food or drink. But it should be very nice, you know, being able to exit the vehicle, walk around, check for everything, and just go through the whole process of loading your truck by yourself. As I said, especially if you are using your own trailer. The other thing is that, in my opinion, you should be able to work for certain truck companies. Like right now in this game, you just take commissions from the company it wants to, I don't know, but like it wants to, you know, transfer its cargo to another country or to another place. But in real life, you usually transfer cargoes in a certain part of the supply chain. Like you are probably just working for a petrol station and an oil refinery company, so you usually just goes like you usually just go between petrol station and oil refineries, or between some hubs that transfer certain types of goods to certain countries or certain companies, but it's usually transferred by certain truck companies. For example, like the Waberers or the DSE, yes, and like the Duvenbeck, I don't know if I say it correctly. Anyway, so I think you should be able to play like that. Like, okay, if you just buy your own trailer, especially these types of trailers I'm calling right now, these tank trailers or tank car trailers, then you will be transferring some oil type of goods between oil refineries, and that's all, and that's the only thing you do. But in my opinion, you should be able to be a kind of an entrepreneur for certain transferring companies, like you should be able to work for a company like Waberers or PSP, and with your own truck, of course, because usually that works in real life too. So someone has a truck and says, okay, probably I will take your cargoes, or probably I can take your cargoes, but you pay for the service I provide. And then sometimes you see some Duvenbeck or Waberer trailer with not the same truck, like with some other company's logo on it, because they just took they just accepted the service offer. I guess it said like that. Anyway, but yeah, so those are the things I'm really missing from the game, and a proper multiplayer, because right now if you play with convoy mode, the AI just, so when the whole group is in a one place, like going on the highway, and everyone is behind each other, there is barely any issue with AI. But when someone just falls behind because of a weak truck, or because it had to go for a toilet break, or I don't know, some kind of traffic jam just held someone back, then the AI is perfectly fine for the three other people and the other one when they are far away to each other. But when people are rejoining the convoy, the AI just gets messed up, and it really feels that this game is not designed for multiplayer. And I mean, sure, you have the Euro Truck Simulator multiplayer, but honestly, I don't like playing that, because you don't have AI trucks and AI cars, but you have some idiots flying around and ruining others' gameplay. Also, the moderation there is just questionable for me, to be honest. Also, speaking of realism, it would be a very nice touch if you had to leave your truck and give your passport to the control by yourself, not just stopping in front of the barrier and then just press a key and then okay, there you go, you are fine now. So yeah, it would be nice if you could just, I don't know, kind of exit here and give your passport to that guy, or walk to that office and then give your passport and then just get approved. Also, the other thing that would be a very nice feature, if you could see your own truck fleet doing jobs like in Flash. I mean, when you open the map, you can see that your workers are around somewhere in Europe or somewhere on the map, but it's never there, like really, like. Oh, okay, thank you. So I was like, I had a very huge fleet on a funny account, just, you know, testing and trying out new things. And I remember I bought several trucks, like a huge amount of trucks and garages all across the map. And then I never managed to see my own trucks in the game, like by other drivers. So it would be also a cool feature if you have a bigger fleet, then there is a chance to see your own trucks both for your drivers. Aha! Even this small tiny truck is faster than you. Haha! Alright. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Like, maybe I just gained enough speed, who knows? Okay, I guess it was all the power I could use and all the momentum. Ah, okay, anyway, thank you. Another camera. Also, the other thing I kinda miss from the game is the proper wildlife, especially when you are on country roads like this. So in base game, it's very rare to find. Ooh, oops. It's very rare to find anything like a deer, for example, but it's usually on map mods. Like in the base game, I don't remember if you see any kind of animal. I don't know, but the thing I miss is that when you just drive on country roads and then you can see, you know, deers and others hopping around the road, or like hopping across the road, especially during the nights. Also, another thing is, like, it would be probably great if you couldn't just pass through the paper gates if you don't have the gadget for that, and you had to buy these highway tickets or highway passes like in real life. You had to spend money on highway passes or fees similar to the real life. Like you could buy a pass for a certain country, or you could buy a single ticket, because if I remember correctly, there are some countries that offers kind of single ticket for a certain road. So these control points would act faster, so they would open the gate faster when you have your own pass, because it doesn't have to wait for the transaction confirmation, I guess. Ah, yes, fake camel. Uh-oh. I guess. Whew. Right. You got almost hit. Jesus. Oi. Oh. Okay. AI is what? What is this roundabout? What the heck? So sometimes I have priority, sometimes I don't. Okay. Ooh. Why I have that low amount of FPS here? Like, what? Okay, probably some update or one mod is having an issue with it. I don't think it's the VTube Studio, because I can see that VTube Studio is running smoothly. Oh. I guess I found garbage in... Shut up. Yes, I found garbage in Euro Truck Simulator 2. And yes, it was a Stalker reference. What the heck is this? What the heck happened here? Like, really? Okay. Wait, where can I... Oh no. Okay, wait. Yes. Just do it. Try to turn right here. Ah. I know I'm tired. I'm tired of this shit. Okay, thank you. Oh wait. Okay, we sleep. Okay, I guess just let's get out of here. Ooh. Okay. Ugh. Ooh. Alright, I don't know what's the context behind this city that looks like a war zone, but probably because it is. I don't think so. Alright, so, the Euro Truck Simulator crashed. I don't know why. I mean, usually it doesn't do that, but for some reason it did. Maybe it got crazy because of my USB hub was messing around, so I bought a new one, so... yeah, technically it's a 2-day record. Anyway. At least I have autosave, so I don't have this issue to lose all my progress, but I lost kinda, I wouldn't say a huge amount of time, but yeah, I kinda lost some, but never mind. I can cope with that, so yeah. Anyway, yes, this new USB hub works well. Like yesterday I was recording the video, like the first huge part of it, and then suddenly it started disconnecting things like my joystick and my stalk, so it was very old anyway, like probably more than 13 years. I'm not sure, but yeah, I decided to buy a new one, and it works better now, especially because it's USB 3.0, sorry, 3.2. So yeah. Alright, things are getting greener, I guess. That's how you know you are going to the northern part of Kazakhstan. Like, finally you have green trees and you can see the grass. Move! Thank you. Oh, okay. Thank God I didn't get any fine. Yeah, the other thing why I like these countries like the Middle East and the Great Steppe is that you have different traffic, like the buses right now. So you don't have the generic small, I think it's Temza bus, you know, for the tourist bus, and the bigger Naup line. I think it's Tourliner. I'm not sure right now. It will be nice to see more AI buses. If we have the coach DLC, I mean, I hope that we will see more tourist buses, not just those two. Not just those two. I wouldn't say generic because, I mean, those ones are proper buses, but yeah, I think you get it. I hope that there's going to be a bigger variety for these buses. What the heck? And I have to. Oh. Oh. Okay. Wait. Hmm. I will try to reverse there from here, because at least I can see the trailer properly. I mean, you never know until you never try. Okay, wait. Eh? That's still... Wait, am I good here? I think yes. Hey, move! Ah! Ah! Okay, I guess we are going to be fine here. Oh, let's just finish this job. Oh, ooh, buggers! Wait, I think I can buy a truck. Um. Hmm. Okay, you know what? I think I will buy the new truck of the video. So I think let's just make it a secret how I will configure the truck. And then probably in the next video we will drive our new and our own first truck. I think I will buy a Scania. Sorry, I will buy a Scania, how you pronounce it in English proper. Anyway, so I think I will buy a Scania G, like the one on the display, because I think it's just cheaper than Scania S or R, but I think you can place strong enough engine into it. So yeah, I think I will prepare the new truck for the next video. But I guess that's it for today. So